Could you do your best 2-minute version of what's the case for change for Schwab? Schwab's business is great. Everybody here is doing okay. The business is in great shape. Why change? Why do any of this stuff?
Yeah, so I think only the paranoid survive. I think I'll quote Andrew Grove on that. I think we're working with Barclays, a 350-year-old bank that's trying to survive in the modern economy, and just in their application pool, I've seen over 1,500 applications. These are fintech-focused businesses, and I would say probably a good 20% of those are aimed at your business. People are focused on how to do this and they have no baggage. They're just thinking about I'm a 30-year-old who's managing my own portfolio. What's the best possible way for me to do this with my mobile device, with whatever news surfaces I have? How can I be most informed and trade in the easiest way possible? And they're thinking about this with no other barriers. And so I think it's like a taxi cab driver watching Uber do pretty good.
Recently, thinking about the user experience of a retail investor, say, just throw out a couple of suggestions as to how would you make it better.
One of the things is control. People want in their lives a sense of control, and I think that's what you're also referring to, is that ability to pull out my phone and feel a sense of control over my life and control over my finances. In a world that's moving so quickly and there isn't a lot of stability, I think finances is the one area that we want to have control. Right, so I think that's probably number one. And so there's a variety of ways you can give people that sense of control. The way the tools operate, the ease, the way when they're making an important decision, you tell them what they're about to do, and then you tell them what they just did. Those little things like that help them feel a sense of, I made a transaction, and I felt like I understood what was happening at every moment of that transaction. I think that's super important. Another one is to feel that you are, I'd say, in partnership with an organization, because the world is so complex and finances is so complex that to feel like you really have a partner is absolutely critical. And I think Schwab is actually in a unique position for that, since it's kind of looked at investing for the everyman, anticipatory design. In other words, knowing what I want before I actually ask for it. So that actually becomes really interesting when you think about partnership and anticipating someone's needs through a flow or in a research moment. What are they going to want at this moment? Now, I can get that information in terms of what their past history has been, attribution, where they've come from. All that data and analytics can tell me generally what's happening with the individual, what they want at that moment. So I would say those are probably two things from a user experience perspective, and looking at these digital tools is control and feeling a sense of help, and there's partner right there with you.
Okay, so one more question. And then